and we are loaded.
Hell yeah. The creature is present.
I just...
he is with us, side by side.
I know that I suggested this to you.
Uh-huh.
This is one of our fun little cases where I did zero research ahead of time on it. Where I was like, oh, well, I know that this is on Netflix, so we should watch it. And I know that it's Guillermo del Toro, so it's going to be good on here. Right. I was not fully prepared to get my shit rocked the way that I was.
Yeah. Don't it always seem to go, huh? Who up there hating their dads through generations and generations and generations of abuse?
Y'all ready for some Catholic guilt for 3 hours? What's up, nerds? I'm so glad that I'm not in post-secondary education right now for a lot of different reasons, but primarily because those motherfuckers would hate to see me coming with this right now, because I would absolutely change my thesis to this immediately.
Totally, yeah. It's like, hey, this curriculum actually the entire year we're gonna be rocking and rolling. I've reorganized everything. It's Frankenstein.
I can't tell you the last time that I sat fully at attention for 3 hours like I did with this movie. And you know how hard that is for me.
I know. Listen, I rock with a long movie often.
I know you
however, do. And it's a privilege, you know. I don't take it lightly for granted. However,
yeah, your attention span is something to be studied for sure.
Only for movies, though, I will say. Nothing else I can sustain it. But, like, this felt like 90 minutes.
No, I agree. 100%.
Truly. Like, the pacing of it felt like, oh, what happened? Like, I didn't feel like I just walked out of a haze and being like, where have I been for the last 4 hours? You know what I mean?
No, 100%. When I looked at it at first, I was like, 2.5 hours, huh? Really?
Yeah.
Guillermo, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that's a play, right? Like, I'm about to watch a musical. And then I understood completely because I was like, no, you did structure this like a play.
Yeah.
But I left and I was like, oh, there's a 45-minute behind the scenes. Yes, I want more for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I agree. It did not feel that long. And that's wild for me to say as someone who, like, 90 minutes is my ideal there.
Sure. Yeah.
Every minute of this felt essential. And you can't say that for a lot of 2.5-hour movies.
Yeah.
Most, I would say. Actually.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, first of all, I don't know that everyone around me is prepared for me to only talk about this for the rest of time. Yeah. But also, what a year of creature features, you know?
Dude, we're eating good. We're eating good, dude.
We're eating rough in every other area except for the movies about the other.
Right. This is like a good recession indicator in the way that I feel watching this movie, how I felt like making GIFs on Tumblr over a decade ago. God. You know?
Yes. We are back in a way that I was not prepared for.
Yeah.
This is in no way, I would actually say that this is a compliment to the film itself. I had the time of my life watching the 45-minute behind the scenes feature.
Same.
And not to say that I didn't have a time watching the film, right?
Sure.
I think that because we talk about this all the time, right? That we need more of that. But it confirmed everything that I was watching it, which, like, duh. I taught this book. But I was like, I have been so hungry for people to talk about their craft that I was, like, salivating watching this of, like, tell me more. I want to know about the mood boards. I want to see these real sets.
Yeah.
Real sets.
Yeah.
That it just made me love my experience watching it even more.
Totally. And like particularly with Guillermo, who is very much like a practical effects guy and like wants things, even if there is CG and stuff, wants there to be a foundation of realism, right?
Yes.
Of like, this is grounded in something that happened or is true, is so good when you think of everything as this like this huge epic, like everything is massive in scale and everything is incredibly ornate through all these different like time periods and like or parts of these lives, right? And even like the ship reveal of being like, oh yeah, that's a real fucking ship.
That's a real
ship
in
a parking lot, and also the interiors are also in there, and the exterior. It's like, are you kidding? And it's like, oh yeah, the tower. We may just like, I mean, mini is kind of a stretch because it's also like it's still like a tall tower, but it's not like the size of the actual tower.
Yeah.
And it's like, we got these sick miniatures. Just make it so we could blow it up so it looks real. So you don't have to like fake it. And it's like, this is so awesome. And like, you can tell this guy has, you know, he has like Frankenstein autism, many such cases, right? Like
many such, in a way. Yes.
And like, even though this is, I wouldn't say like a large departure, but like there is obviously choices made that are different, or like things, and the dialogue is obviously very different and things, but like he has such a like brainscape of being like, this is my special place, this is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, I live here, I live in this place, and like I can tap into that in a way that works for my own POV of like how I'm communicating this. And it's so sick. It's so sick.
It is an adaptation in the way that it's an adaptation in a way that's a love letter and not a slap in the face.
Totally.
It reminds me a lot of the Romeo and Juliet adaptation that I love, that's like, oh, we've got guns and we're rapping. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's very much like, we know this content and we're gonna adapt it in a way that makes sense with what's happening in the world, and like coming from someone who knows it and appreciates this content. Because even, you know, like they talk about it in the BTS, right? Like when you're reading the book, you never see the lab, you never see how Victor makes the creature, which is a huge thing when you're teaching the book. You have to kind of imagine it, and a lot of people think that happens because you've seen it in media before,
right? Yeah.
But oh my god, it was so beautiful to watch, and I think that was one of the reasons why I loved watching this, is that it felt real and it also felt expensive.
Yes.
Of like it, you could very clearly tell that these were real sets. And being able to go behind the scenes and see like, oh no, they built out this lab, which had to be, for the sake of it, built on a set, but it's like, oh, we're also going to take you underneath, and all of these tile walls have to move and stuff. And it's like, this is so my shit. I want to be able to know how the sausage got made here. And even getting to see, because the only thing that I knew prior to watching this was that Guillermo made it. I had seen people talking about Oscar's peen, which didn't happen, so I got played there. And that's fine, because I didn't think that needed to happen, and I'm glad that it didn't. And then also I knew that Jacob was spending like 12 hours getting makeup done, and I was like, for what? Yeah. And now, having watched it, I was like, well, that makes complete sense. Because when they were talking about it being like a puzzle piece, I completely understand. Because sometimes I feel like they say like, oh, we had our actor spend 12 hours in the makeup chair. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, like, you just hate this person.
Right.
And this one, I felt like, was one of the only times where I was like, oh, no, everything, if you had a stitch off, you made it in a way where that wouldn't make sense. I unfortunately went into this thinking, and this was my bad, but I felt a certain type of way about Jacob going into this.
Sure.
And I have left, and now I understand why he was cast in it.
He's so unbelievable.
He's so good in it.
And you're right? Like, this is clearly like a breakthrough moment. Yes. Like, watching this, I'm like, I could not imagine literally any other person, let alone like obviously just like the size of his body, right? But like, that aside, it's like he has such a like physicality and an understanding of like every like square inch of his body in a way of like everything is moving in like the most minute of ways. And then when he's like speaking and stuff too, and having that layer of having this accent because of this guy who raised him essentially in this family, right? And like all of these choices. And it's not just like, oh yeah, he's like big guy, he's Frankenstein's monster, right? He's the creature, you know, it's like he is like fully transformed in a way that is like, who is that guy? That's not Mr. Euphoria. That's not Mr. The Kissing Booth, you know? Like that's, you know, like...
And I know he's done stuff other than this, but the only thing I've really watched him in prior to this and know his face from really is Euphoria.
Yeah, right.
And so I went into this with a preconceived notion of like, he's going to stand out. He's going to be Euphoria in this. And it felt like truly watching someone redefine their whole life. Totally. Where I was like, that's not Euphoria. That's not Jacob here. And oh my God, it was so beautiful to watch where I was like moved to tears. And I knew that because that's the creature.
Right.
But I cannot imagine anyone else being able to do that and have such a command of this character here. Right. I would have never said that. If someone had been like, oh no, Jacob will be the creature, I would have laughed in their face. But
totally. And you're like, this guy? But then like you see it and you're like, he is able to balance the like innocence and gentleness and like childlike wonder that is inherent to the creature, in addition to like the two sides of the same coin of like the rage and the abandonment and the fear, and those both feeling like equal amounts of weight and power and resonance. And it's like, I'm like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? Like, it's not even just like, because I feel like too, people are like, oh yeah, people put on a bunch of prosthetics and it's like he transformed into this role, but it's like, no, like he like became, he like hard resetted like everything.
No, for real. He got new software.
Like, yeah. It's truly like nuts to witness. And like, I know awards bodies and stuff don't love like genre films, you know, and stuff, but what he's doing here is truly phenomenal. Like, it's nuts to watch.
I agree. It is. I have loved this story for a long time for a variety of different reasons. And I am so glad that Guillermo del Toro has the father issue autism.
Yeah.
And I should have known, right? I should have known with Pinocchio.
It's kind of his whole thing.
Well, that's true. I should have known back with Pan's Labyrinth too.
Sure.
Because his whole filmography is really good with the other TM. But I should have seen it coming with Pinocchio, that I was like, oh fuck.
Sure.
He's gonna do Frankenstein really well. But this hit so different.
Yeah.
And I'm immensely proud that I wouldn't want anyone else to have done this. I'm very glad that Oscar understood that the responsibility there is with Victor of like, you need to create something here And he's just such a fuckwad this whole time. Because that's...
Yeah.
And he does a great job of it. Like, I remember watching the tribunal scene and I was like, that's my boy. That's Victor right there.
Yes.
Just so, and I'm glad that we got to spend a lot of time with understanding his childhood, because like that's he's so driven, and getting to understand like William and being like, no, I've been afraid of you my whole life. Like, you've had a darkness, my brother.
Like, what if the monster is you? Oh.
Right, exactly. What if, Victor, you see something in this creature? But just like the moment when he's fucking shaving the creature and is like, no, don't touch me,
Dude, he was so good at being Victor, he pissed me off, because I was like, don't hit him, like, be nice.
I've never been mad
to the creature.
Well, that's not true. I think Oscar Isaac, I remember he played a sci-fi movie in a house. I don't remember the name of it. That movie he pissed me off in. But this one he made me really pissed off in, because I was like, stop touching his head like that in evil ways. And again, that was the moment too where I was like, I would have never thought I needed to defend Jacob Elordi's honor like that, you know?
Right, that's my son.
But
that's my 7-foot tall son. How dare you? Let's step back.
But he's just, you wanted to set him on fire, knowing that he can't die. And when the first thing that you did was introduce him to the warmth of the sun, like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, don't play in my face, dude. Don't piss me off.
Don't piss me off like this.
He wanted to be the stepdad, but he did not want to be the dad who stepped up. I'll say that. Yeah.
Oh. And when he was like, no, I need you to create a companion for me, because you made me and I can't die. And all I want is another person to wax poetic with. And he was like, get the fuck out of my face. I'm trying to ruin this wedding with my brother's fiance.
The way he like first greets him in that scene and is like, are you here to thank me? It's like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you and strangle you right now.
Here's the link for my Yelp reviews. You can add them there. It's just like
Oscar Isaac. I know he's your husband. He is so good in this in a way that is like the layers of ups and downs here. Because first of all, the way he's like shot and lit in this movie is like he is a femme fatale, like woman love interest. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
He's like, everything is a painting. Like him with the like. And even too, I love in the featurette where Guillermo's like, I wanted him to look like Mick Jagger,
and he did look like Mick Jagger.
Completely comes across here, which is really good, because it's like with these billowy shirts, we're always seeing like at least 3/4 of his chest. Or like he's got his beautiful little curls. He's like, you know, lounging in bed. He's like covered in light and shining. He's like in that sexy bathtub, and then has a euphoria moment.
He gives birth. Like, yeah.
He's like, I need to give birth to my son. Like, every ounce of him is like, Guillermo's in love with him. Like, that sort of feels like from watching, you know what I mean? Which is fair, right? It's totally fair. But it's also like, there are moments that are so funny, and what he gets about Victor is that, like, he's a fucking asshole, obviously. But it's like, the moments of him volleying with Mia Goth, like, in the confessional, is so good. God. Like, I was fucking ripping laughing in that. It's so good. But he's just like perception of his role in everyone else's lives, right?
Yes.
And even to be like, hey bro, thank you so much for helping me. Can you build this entire laboratory and castle for me? I gotta go fuck off for a little bit and try to steal your potential wife. Thank you so much. I will see you back in a couple days. Let me know how it goes, sport. Like, thank you. Have fun. Like, it's so funny. It's so funny. It's the audacity.
And that's why I love so much about the BTS, is because we get to find out about something that is so overt in the film, which is the use of the color, right? That like Victor's, the Frankensteins, like the mother and Victor are all in red. And then we get to see Elizabeth in green. And the use of color, with the exception, right, that there's that one moment where Victor after Elizabeth goes down for the second time with her hair down to talk to the creature, where he's in that green robe, chest out. And it's like, that femme fatale-ness, right? He was very like Gone with the Wind in that moment. And it's like, motherfucker, where did you get this robe, first of all? Because you're in a tower that is only constructed in the top 2 levels. Everything else is still like wet and not done. Like, it's just so where did you get this, right? Is this your robe? Whose robe is this?
Did you bring this from home?
Right. It's so wild to see. And then those are my favorite things, where it's like you're picking up on it, you're noticing it, and being able to get the confirmation that it was all intentional. And then they also say in the BTS that, like, not only was the use of Elizabeth's clothing like the bugs, it's like, of course this bitch likes bugs. Like, you know, she loves all of the like small things, but they also said that one of her outfits was like an X-ray, which is super interesting. And there's so many things. I can't believe that I feel a desire to watch this 2.5-hour movie again, because there are some things that I feel like I didn't pick up on the first time.
Sure.
But I loved that the creature looked at Elizabeth's long hair, and I'm choosing to believe that he grew out his hair as like using that as his autonomy, and not just because like he could find he couldn't find scissors somewhere.
And also, cute look. He rocks it so hard.
He does.
It's
the
very
little
cute.
The little like Malfoy shock lock that he had.
Yeah.
And him being the spirit of the forest.
That I can't. I can't even.
He wanted to be part of a family so bad.
It just cycles and generations of wanting to be part of the family. It's so, that scene fucks me up continuously. It's just like him so bad wanting to be heard and seen or acknowledged in any particular way. And it's like, hey, what can I do? These people need help. What if I just give them little gifts and I'm kind of like the cool guy that gives the little mystery gifts? And it's like, stop this. It's too pure. I hate it.
I love to, because there are quite a few adaptations in this, that none of which really bother me as someone who knows this book really well. I'm glad that they kept the overall structure of this being on the ship. I'm glad that they kept the captain who's like really invested in the gossip here, because that's so relatable, of like
his poor people like working on the ship being like, hey, this guy might kill us, and he's like, just give me like 2 hours and I just need to hear this guy out and his whole story.
We've been stuck in the ice and this is the most interesting thing that's happened. Okay, hear me out.
We can't go anywhere, so like, let me just hear this guy queen out for a second. Thank you.
Oh, I love it so much. And I hadn't looked at any of the credits for this. Again, I went into it like completely knowing nothing, essentially. But I felt, God, maybe 20 minutes in, that I was like, this score is fucking me up. I know, having seen The Shape of Water, that Guillermo likes to work with Alexandre Desplat, who's my favorite composer of all time. So I was like, noted. I'm just going to take a note of that and I'm going to keep watching. And then it kept getting more painful as I was listening. And I was like, I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to wait until the end. And it was specifically like when Victor was in that green robe and he was like explicitly explaining to Elizabeth, he's like, the creature's not intelligent. He can't do anything, like right before he was about to set the place on fire. And when it got to the credits and I went into the BTS, I think that like my dream in this world is when they showed the BTS, when like Guillermo's there with Alexandre and they're showing the film clips that they have and he's composing in real time to it, that would be my dream. Is to watch him like riffing on that, because I want to see how that motherfucker's brain works, because he's made me cry for 20 plus years to different movies, and I need to see how those two collaborate together. That's all I want. I promise I won't make a sound. I won't interrupt your process. Just let me be in the corner, because I
want to be a fly on the wall.
Yes, because like, what do you mean that you're gonna put the softest score when Creature is saying like you can go now, it'll all be a brief moment. He's gonna fucking kiss Victor's forehead right after Victor says for the first time my son to him. Like, absolutely get wrecked. Thank you.
I'm gonna invoice you for that. How dare you.
And actually for a couple of different things, because Alexandra, you've made me cry several times in my life. But this one, I cried a lot in. Having to see Jacob Elordi explain as the Creature that like he has lifetimes of memories that don't make sense to him, because he is an amalgamation of different criminals, and criminals is very loose, right? Because people were prosecuted for a lot of different shit back then.
For sure.
But it's so wild that multiple people had to tell Victor like, hey, which of those body parts is the soul in that guy? And he's like, we'll deal with that later. Huh?
It's like not important.
Not important.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
This fucking movie, dude. It's so good. It's so good.
I can't. That's my boy. It's my baby boy.
That's my baby boy. The wedding scene, by the way, when Creature's holding Elizabeth. I'm so done.
And her being like, take me with you. This sucks. I don't want to be here.
Him like
she's
gently
so
holding her. Mia Goth in this, dude.
Yeah. She is now becoming like a feature player on our bonus episodes, I'm realizing.
I agree.
Makes sense, right? Given her oeuvre. But like, and especially in this, and I know we've talked about the costumes and stuff, but I think too, it's like, listen, we know that Mia Goth can rock a red. This is not new information. But the greens and the blues.
Yeah.
And the like lightness there is so, and like having someone to like volley with in the terms of like, here's how you approach a child, right? Like a child who knows nothing, who's experiencing the world for the first time, rather than just like abject cruelty from the jump when it doesn't do whatever you want when you say it, is just like so, she's so good at like the instincts and like the feeling of the moment and reading the room and like dialing it in a way that is so good. Feels effortless, but it's obviously not. But it's like, oh God, her mind.
And I saw a couple of people having this take. Do I blame them? No, because I had a similar take when I was in high school, which is that the reason why Elizabeth is drawn to the Creature is that she thinks she can save him. Again, had that thought re-Twilight when I was in high school.
Sure.
What I would implore is that if that was your initial reading of this, one, give it 15 years or so. Yeah. But then also, I don't know that is the take that is happening here, mainly because I don't know that Elizabeth is doing that when it feels more like she is like, hey, I have a darkness too.
Yeah.
And I am drawn to that darkness that's here and not trying to save anyone.
Right.
Because I think that the take of trying to save someone is a tired take. And especially given the context that Guillermo has been saying throughout all of this press of, like, I've been trying to make a very Mexican film here. I don't know that the saving narrative would be, I don't know that aligns.
Right.
With
and
that
also,
messaging.
like, saving implies that there's something wrong, right? In terms of, like, and the one thing that we know to be true about Elizabeth is that she has a what's the word? Like, it's just an understanding of this is something that needs to be treated with care and with compassion and with kindness. And that does not mean I can fix this person. It is more of, you are not being shown the grace that you require.
I agree.
I also can feel that way, right? Like, and I think she's in this moment of being like, I'm in this weird, obviously, like, patriarchal, like, is ties of everyone's trying to, like, woo me or whatever, and I'm just trying to look at bugs, you know, and do my shit, you know, and, like, and give compassion. And I don't think there's like oh, I can fix him. It just feels very rudimentary, I think, of, like, her, and also that in that interpretation, I think, gives her not a sense of agency of
100%
her wanting to do what she wants to because she wants to do it, you know, rather than, like, there's this maternal instinct or there's this, like, overhanging thing of, like, you know, any of that like kind of erases any sort of choice making she has in this. When also her thing is all about choices and making choices, even if they're not comfortable. Even though we don't see them a lot in this, we do see them, like, her making that point of, like, that is what makes people human, is the idea of making choices, you know? And so it's like, and then to have that come around being like, oh, well, she's making choices, you know? Like, this is the whole thing.
I 100% agree. I don't know that it was many folks. Again, I don't disparage that initial take because
sure,
I had it 15 years ago when I had not lived a long time, and also was romanticizing a lot of that lack of agency.
Yeah.
But I think that I would implore, and I think many of our audience knows that, of, like, what is that agency look like in different ways? Because Victor is very comfortable not giving Elizabeth that agency there.
Totally. Yeah.
Sure. I know that I saw Oscar talking about the milk thing. I don't know if you saw that. Where he was, like, very comfortable throwing Victor under the bus of being like, oh, well, it's obviously mommy issues, which, like, yes. And poor Guillermo was like, yes, and he just doesn't have a lot of vices. And Oscar was like, oh, well, I guess I can see this character through a little bit more of an empathetic lens. And I was like, Oscar, I love you so much.
He's so good.
This movie is so good. I'm so grateful that, like, a lot of the bookended films of this year have been like Sinners and Nosferatu and Frankenstein. I just love a creature feature, man. I love it when they're done well.
Hell yeah.
It makes me excited to see that they're being adapted and done well on here, and Guillermo getting a blank check, man. There's nothing better. God, it just makes me so happy on here. I hope that they do a DVD with more bonus features,
please,
because I'm gonna swoop that. Yeah, I'm gonna swoop that up.
Don't piss me off, Netflix. Come on.
Netflix, you're on fucking thin ice. I don't know what we're going to do for our upcoming bonuses, so let us know. Give us suggestions. But we don't have an ending to these.
No, we never will.
We never will.
Oh.